Alright guys, Hayzink here. Forgot what I was saying. Welcome back. On this one, because we are more or less winding down, right? Let's be honest. Crossover's done. That was a nice explosion. What's this? Combine. Use the magical scrolls to combine the scrolls. Oh my god, I actually had to tell people. I've done that. Wait, have I got 2 scrolls now? No, right. That was weird. Wait, what's this puzzle piece thing? Part of a scroll. Oh, fair enough. As this is done, we're starting to wind down, right? The only thing left is this, right? Once we've done this, there's a boss left, and that's it. Event's over, right? So even though there's a week left of the Turtles event, we're going to start looking forward at what can we expect from part 2, right? Now, I still technically don't know what's going to happen next week, because, again, with Effigy coming out when it has, Effigy's going to finish 1 week before the end, so I don't know what they've got planned to come in between that space. I was hoping it would be an event. I was really hoping they were just going to go balls to the wall and sandwich in an event there, but it looks like that's not going to happen. So what can we expect? Well, in the lead up to the Turtles, I wouldn't expect much. I wouldn't expect there to be many ways for you to get tickets, right? You'll get a login, I would expect, 1 week before the Turtles launch. This is normal, we all know that. Obviously, you'll get 15 tickets from that, right? Remaining from this event, depending on if you're still summoning or not, it depends on if you can rank on the leaderboard or not, but best case scenario, if I look at me, for example, best case scenario, I could hope for 40 tickets from 2 bosses, assuming I come first, which is not always a given, and then 10 tickets, 15 tickets from this last event part, which would set me at, what, 75 tickets, 15 from login, buying them each day. Maybe by the next time the event logs rolls around, if I'm lucky, I guess 120 tickets or something. Maybe the average player, if you've spent everything by the end of this, you're probably going to go into the next Turtle celebration with 20-30 tickets tops, right? So what can we expect the next event to give us, okay? Now, in the files, when it got data mined, okay, there was a... Stop trying to get me to order food, man. There was a bundle string for something called Splinter's Teachings, right? We don't have that here, so I'm wondering if that's something to do with part 2. So there might be a... I'm going to stop trying to get me to do stuff. There might be a... What was it called? In Devil May Cry they had it. An agency. There might be agency type missions, right? If we were to get them, they would maybe replace, I guess, Cyborg Attack. Would they do that though? I don't know. I mean, they could easily do it, but I don't know if that is what they'll do. I'm pretty sure when we did the agency missions, there was occasionally a mission that would give you like 5 red tickets. So I don't think it would be uncommon for there to be 10, 20, 35, so that'd be 10, 20, 35, 7 missions within that would give you red tickets. It's entirely possible. It would probably be more interesting as well, because there would, I mean, this, without the puzzles, and I know a lot of people don't like the puzzles, but without the puzzles, it's just a straight run through. You know, there's not really any like challenges. There's nothing on these stages that are different. So I think doing it as an agency type thing for part 2, where each of the challenges have like stars attached, you've got to do different things, that's a bit more variety than just doing Cyborg Attack type thing. So maybe we'll see that different for part 2, right? When it comes down to the units, I've seen speculation. People still think we might see Splinter, we might see Shredder. That's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. the image I made for the thumbnail. I would love something like that to happen. I think it's more likely than getting a Splinter or a Shredder. So that obviously leaves the other two turtles. We're going to have Raphael and we're going to have Donatello. Now we know they're going to be special summons, right? I don't understand why they made Mikey an Inferno character, right? I just don't know why they did it. I've got no clue whatsoever. I think that they must have just went, oh, we're making them special summons, we need to make them Master and Inferno. I don't know why they just didn't make one Master, one Flame, Wind and Thunder, because like special factional units exist. It is a thing, believe it or not. So you would have thought that they might do that for for Raphael and Donatello, but I think they will probably just make them Master and Inferno again. And if they're going to do that, they're going to make Donnie a Master and they're going to make Raphael an Inferno character, right? Now, a lot of people are speculating about what type of units they could be. Donnie's got to be a support, right? I can't, in my head, fathom him being anything else, right? Plus, it's quite obvious that the Turtles team is going to synergize 100%, right? Their passives of Leonardo and Michelangelo quite clearly show you that if you're going to have all the Turtles on the team, all of their passives are going to work for everyone, right? So the Turtles are clearly going to be a full team. For them to function really well as a full team, one of them will most likely need to be a support unit. Okay? So it's going to be Donatello. It has to be, right? If it's Raphael, that is the biggest misfire I have ever seen in the history of gacha games. There's not a chance that Raphael is going to be the support character. It's going to be Donatello. Raphael, however, is likely to be some kind of DPS. But if you're trying to run a team together, the way that this game is quite clearly gearing this up to be, two very strong DPSs become a problem. So a lot of people are thinking that what they'll probably do is make Raphael a trigger character. Now, I don't necessarily think that's what they'll do. I think they might. I do think one of these two units will be a trigger character, but I actually think the pure trigger character might be Donatello. Now, people who use Summer Elena already realise this. Support triggers are awesome, right? Support triggers are awesome. And that would free up the C1 slot for you to still use Mikey's C1, which is very, very good, okay? Now for the C3, you've obviously got Leonardo. His C3 is very, very good. That leaves the C2 slot, which I think will be filled by Raphael. But I also think Raphael is going to be a trigger character, like units like Oni. With Oni, any unit does a C3, Oni's got a trigger. But Oni also can use manual skills, right? You'll know yourself with the likes of Evil Ryu, Monster Hunter Ken, Bad Jury. These units, you tend to not be able to use any of their skills. You can use the super and then nothing else, okay? Oni is what I class as more of a hybrid trigger, right? Where he will pop his C3 trigger whether you use him or not, okay? You can use him to do a C3 and he'll trigger, or you can let him trigger off of someone else doing his C3. I think that's how Raphael might work, because we need a strong C2 unit to round out this team. And I think what they'll do is they will have Raphael being a strong C2, but he will probably have a trigger where if any turtle attacks, he will have a trigger that he attacks on his C3, making him a very strong DPS unit to go alongside Leonardo. I think that's how they're going to round out this team build, okay? I hope that's how they're going to round out this team build, because having just a pure trigger isn't going to be as good, because Mikey's C2 isn't as good as his C1, in my opinion anyway. It's not, right? The animation's too long. I don't like it. I just don't like it as much as this C1. If I have to use Mikey's C2 in a full build, I just feel like the team's not going to be as good. Whereas if Donatello is a trigger who you don't even need to worry about using his skills, he just comes in and he does, hopefully, attack increase, crit rate increase, crit rate damage increase, whatever. Hopefully it's that and not healing. Screw healing, go with damage. Hopefully he just triggers and does that, much like Summer Elena. And again, Raphael then could be the unit who you either start the super combo with and do the C2, Mikey C1, Leo C3, or you do Leo starting the super combo, Mikey, Raphael finishing with Leonardo. All the turtles synergising together, giving us big boosts to our units. That's what I hope. I said that's what I think is going to happen, right? I should reword that, because I don't think it's going to happen. It might not. I hope it's going to happen, because if not, if Donatello is use him a support unit, chances are his best support is going to be on his C1. It always is. Again, you're stuck at that point using Mikey's C2, and again, I just don't think, for me personally, that's as good as his C1. So I would really hope that Raph is going to be the C2, strong C2 unit. And you can have strong C2 units. There isn't that many, but look at someone like Akuma. Absolutely smashes it on his C2. That's what I'd love to see from Raphael. Smashing it on the C2. Then Leonardo's coming along, smashing it on the C3, meaning the full Turtles build could just be phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And that's what I'm hoping for, okay? Let me know what you're hoping for in the comments down below. I know most of you will be hoping for an absolute windfall of tickets, because it's probably going to be tight. It is, it's probably going to be tight. I mean, if we take this event, just from normal gameplay, putting aside whether you were someone who could rank on leaderboards or not, you're getting 35 tickets from the Cyborg event. I think was it 30 from crossover? You can count them here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, wait a minute, 10, 20, 30, 40. 40 from here, so 75, 10 from in here, 85 tickets, plus 15 leading into it, so 100 tickets in total. 100 tickets in total. So that's, again, how much you would expect to get going into this one. And I mean, to actually make a good dent in these units, you need more than that. You need more than that. You can get them to SS, if you're lucky anyway, in under 400, but to really make a dent in them and push them up higher, you would need a lot more tickets. So your mileage is going to vary on that depending on you. But let me know in the comments down below. Apart from tons of tickets, what would you like to see from the next part of the Turtle celebration? I've been Hayzink. Thanks for watching, and if I don't see you this time, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.